And here let's import the order. So we don't need to return anything here, we just have to loop the users. So I will use the Laravel collection function, each. So for each user now, I will get the orders, and we don't need to return anything. We just have to add the revenue on the cache. But first, let me store the revenue into a variable. And in the end, we will store it via this command, redis z add rankings, which is the key that we want to add this field. The second parameter is revenue, and the third parameter is user full name. So what I did here, first I used the redis z add function, which works like this. So the first parameter is the key, the second is the score, and the third is the name in our case. So what this function does is a sorted set, and we don't need to do anything. We just add the value, and Redis will sort it for us. So if we use this function, we don't care which value is for any user. Redis will sort it for us. Also, I forgot something, so let's go to the stats controller. This is not just a get now. We will do the redis z range rankings 0 minus 1 with scores. So this will sort our rankings descending, and will show the scores. So let me show you what I mean. First, let's comment this and put cache get rankings. Open Postman, and I have the rankings here. Let's send a request. Nothing happens because we need to run the command php artisan rankings update rankings. Let's wait till it's completed. Now it's completed, and every value is stored on our cache. Let's send a request. Nothing happens. So now let's return z range rankings 0 to minus 1 without with scores. This will return just the names of the users, but we don't know which are the values. So with scores we'll return also the values. So we can see that they are sorted ascending, but we want them descending. So to solve this, we have to use z rev range, so in reverse. When we send a request now, we can see that all the users are sorted. So all these commands, you can see it on the redis.io page. So we have also z rev range here, which will sort our sets. Now every time we send a request, it's super fast. But what happens when we make a new order? So let's go to our order controller in the checkout. So here we don't have to do anything, since we already have an event that all the order is completed event. Here we can add stuff to our cache. So let's go to our event service provider. So when we complete an event, we notify the admin notify the influencer. Also, we need a new listener here to add stuff on our cache. So let's add PHP artisan make listener update rankings listener. So here we add update rankings listener. Let's go there and let's remove all this code. Here we have order completed event, and we can get directly the order event order. Now from the order we can get all the revenue that was generated by this order. So revenue equals to order influencer total. So this is all the revenue generated by the influencer. Now that we got all this revenue, we want to add it to our rankings. So in order to do it, we have to use Redis z increase by rankings here, revenue, and we need also the user. We don't have the user for now, so let's get user here. We equals to user find order user ID, and here we can use user full name. So this is the difference between z increase by and z add is if we put 10 here, z add will always put 10. If we put 10 to the z increase by, it will increment it by 10, so it will be 10, 20, 30, etc. So that is the difference. Now let's open the browser and check out to see how the rankings will change. So I picked this user's link. So when I complete this checkout, it will change the position hopefully first. So let me add a lot of products here and also here. So with these points it can probably surpass the first place, and let us try it out. So let me make it 40 here. Antonio Papa a@a.com, and let's check out. Now we have to pay here, so the email is the same, the card is, and the name of the card is just A. Now let's pay. So now we can see that the purchase has been completed. So let's see our rankings. Now it's number 3. Let's send the request again, and we can see that this user now is number 1, and the Redis is working really fast now. So this is how we can change the order without needing to query all the users. A small change, since we are using prefix admin and influencer, these common routes will kind of mess up our front-end APIs. So we will make a change for the common routes. First, we'll create a route here with I will use it like this actually, prefix admin group, and we will add a function that gets all these routes for the admin. And inside I will put also this part here, so because it's needed. And why did I make this change? Basically here nothing changed. Sorry, here nothing changed. I will just move now these routes from here to here, and these routes from here to here. Now instead of login we will have admin/login. How about the influencer? We will copy the same routes here again. So let's add also here a route prefix influencer group function, and I will copy all these routes, and I will remove prefix. This can be simplified also, so I will do it directly, namespace, which is influencer. We'll have a function. Sorry, it should be like this. Group. So now let's copy the common routes. So these are the public ones. They belong here, and for the ones that need authentication, there is a problem. They need the influencer namespace. So I probably made a mistake here also. Yes, so let me change it again. So I will add a route here with middleware, this middleware, and I will group them, function, and they belong here because they don't need the namespace admin. And here I will use the namespace admin, and I will group them inside the function. So I will make it here a little bit more complicated, but in the front end it will be much more simpler. And just like I did it here, I will sorry, also another mistake, this belongs inside here. Now I need to extract the authentication API, so this is the same function here except for the scope, and I need to close it here. Now I can add these common routes here, and these are the routes that need the namespace influencer, but the problem is this is a public route, so I will use it here, and I can remove this part here. And how about the namespace here? I can use it directly, influencer/product controller. So now we are done with all the routes. For the checkout we don't need anything since it doesn't use any common routes. So now we can safely remove these routes because they're integrated inside the prefixes, and it looks much more nested, but the front end will really like it since it will only have one prefix.